Okay, game center number 9 is called the Factster Game Center. A Factster puzzle or a Factster game basically looks like this format. I'm going to show you this one and then this one. You'll see some similarity and then this one. This is what I'm going to call the most basic Factster puzzle. Factster puzzle always has the name up top. This is a version 2.0, so it's going to be the 2 times table. And the way it works is there are 10 circles right here. They're numbered 1 to 10. And the way it works is there's going to be 2 players. I'm going to call them player A and player B. And the easiest way is to just play a game. So player A goes first and can pick any number from 1 to 10. And let's say that they pick 14. Or excuse me, they pick 7. So they pick 7 and they put 7 times 2, and there you go. It is 14. Sorry, get ahead of myself sometimes. Okay, so they get a 14. Now, if you look around the board, there are many 14s. Here's one, here's another one, here's another one, and there's another one. There's a bunch of 14s on the board. But player A, having gotten 14, can only pick one. So let's pretend that they pick this one and they put an X on it. Player A is going to be X's and player B is going to be O's. So now, player B is going to take their eraser and they're going to erase off the 7, and now it's their turn. So they can pick any number that they want. So let's pick, what would be a good choice? Let's say that they pick 6. Okay, so they mark the 6, they do 6 times 2, and they get 12. Now, player B is the O, lots of 12s. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. There's 12s all over the place. But a good player would pick this 12. Now, why would they pick that one? Because the winner is the first person to get 4 in a row. So not only did they get the 12, but they blocked this player from going sideways. So of course player A now, if they're a good player, is probably going to take the eraser and they will erase that and they'll say, well, I want to get 2 in a row, so I'm going to pick the, need my pen back. I'm going to pick, I want to get the 18, so what math fact will give me 18? So they mark the 9, and they do 9 times 2 is 18. And then they mark, that wasn't too smart. No, oh, you know what? Here we go. That was a good move. Watch. If they put their X there, now they have 2 in a row diagonally, and they block the other player from going up and down. So basically, they just keep taking turns. A and B go back and forth until they have someone gets 4 in a row. Um, I always joke with the students that if the game ends quickly, someone made a mistake. Because really, the game should be a couple moves block, and then I'm blocking you, you're blocking me. The kids, sometimes they're so busy trying to get 4 in a row, they forget to block the other player from getting 4 in a row. But a good game should fill up like a whole board. If it goes quickly, that means somebody might need some help with some strategy. Now, this is what I'm going to call a basic 2 board. From experience with kids, if they don't know their facts, even just these 10 facts might be too much for them to be learning at one time. So watch, I'm going to jump back and show you these 2. This is called a 2.1.5 version. And what it is it's the 2 times table again, but it only has the first 5 multiples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you notice it only goes up to 10 in here. And then here's another one that is the 2.5.9. That means the numbers down here go from 5 to 9. And again, the largest answer is going to be 18, so it goes from 10 to 18. So the idea is on this game board, they're working on the first 5 multiples, and this one, they're working on the second 5. Yes, I know that I left off 10 because I just think that's so obvious, and I know that 5 is one they should do, so I left it that way. But basically, there are 3 for every times table. There's the something point 1.5, there's the, whatever times table 1.5, there's whatever times table 5 to 9, and then the entire table that they can practice. So there's a whole bunch of them. Moving right along, then there is the same exact set except for negative numbers. So if you're working with kids a little bit older and you don't want to make them feel like they're doing something too young for them, then they will do the negative one. Now, the one thing about these is no matter what they pick, these are always positive numbers here. So like they put in 9 times -7 is -63. The answers are always negative. In this version of the game, I'm not worried about them learning their signs. This is about learning their facts. Okay, so it's always a positive number times a negative, and the answer is always negative. That's why all the answers in here are negative. Now, Later on, I do want them to practice their signs. So then there's these other versions that have like +1 times +2, +2 times -2, -3 times -2. So there's a bunch of facts that have different signs. So this game would be later when they know their facts, but now they're practicing their sign knowledge. They're called signed multiplication. Now I threw these in also. These are for all the addition facts that they really should know coming into middle school. But if they don't, here are some learning your doubles facts, which is like 2 and 2 are 4, 3 and 3 are 6, 4 and 4 is 8. The next game is called almost doubles, which is like instead of 2 plus 2, it's 2 plus 3. Instead of 3 plus 3, it's 3 plus 4. I put one of them in there? Yeah, okay, so let's do that one real quick. Here's an example. Player A, player B. Player A picks 2 plus 3. Now, in my crazy world, before they can put 2 plus 3 is 5, which we hope they know, we want them to know that because it's almost a double, there's a double fact real close by that should help them. So 2 plus 3, what's the double fact that helps them? Well, 2 plus 2 is 4. And then real small is the word so. It's much better, much clearer on the game puzzle. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So 2 plus 3, of course, is 1 bigger, so it must be 5. And this forces them to identify like 5 plus 6. How do you know what the answer is? Well, 5 and 5 are 10, so 5 and 6 is one more, it's 11. So what are other puzzles? Here's another thing that I find some kids struggle with. I don't know why. Maybe you find the same thing. Sometimes kid knows that 3 and 3 are 6, but then you give them 3,000 and 3,000 and they struggle. So this game is just LT stands for larger. It's the doubles version, but it's larger and it's thousands. And basically, it's same game as regular doubles, except it's got a lot bigger numbers so that they could practice that. If you find some kids are struggling, they could do that. And so those are Factster games. And again, they are really for helping kids go from the level where they sort of understand something to where they really master it cold, which is pretty much the goal of all the game centers, is to challenge kids and to help them master some things that they kind of know.